Good afternoon, YouTube, and happy Thanksgiving. This is Econ Kate 88, and this is another video about restaurants. This is a sector I know it's already taken some hits since the economic collapse started several years ago, but I think we're getting ready to have another leg down in the economy, and we're starting to see these restaurants just falling like bowling pins around here. This is Fifi's Restaurant and Lounge. This place had been in business for 32 years, and it closed earlier this month. 32 years. This is one of Toledo's finest. Need to get the tense correct. This was one of Toledo's finest restaurants, and it is no longer. Another casualty of the economic collapse. There's several vacancies around here across the street. I'll probably drive over there when I'm done with this part of the video. There's a Lone Star Steakhouse that went out of business a few years ago. And I gotta tell you, if you work in this industry, if you own a restaurant, if you are a vendor, and your living depends on the restaurant industry, you are in for a tough few years, I think. Because with the price of food going up as much as it has lately, you're just not going to be able to pass those cost increases on to customers. So these places are going to continue to get pinched. A lot of waiters, bartenders, folks like that rely on tips. Those types of things will not show up in most of the government economic data. Definitely won't show up in the unemployment statistics, because if they're still working but not making as much money, kind of like salespeople, they just learn to live with less. Restaurant owners, if they're able to stay in business, they're going to learn to live with less as well, because the margins are just going to get hammered. And I was out last night with a few old friends. Went to some of our old stomping grounds. Bars were dead. I've never seen them that dead on the night before Thanksgiving. That traditionally, I think it's like that in most parts of the country, but here, the night before Thanksgiving is one of the busiest bar nights of the year. And last night, some of these places weren't even as busy as they would have been on any other normal day. So, and definitely not as busy on a normal day before the economic collapse started. There's a couple empty stores in this plaza too. So I think that's a tea leaf of what's coming in the next 6 to 12 months and beyond. And I've noticed that the bars in downtown Toledo have been deader, because they've been dead for years, but just and we've already seen several places close. I think we're going to see several more in the Toledo area, dozens more. And throughout the country, we're talking probably tens of thousands of restaurants that are going to be victims of the economic collapse. You can see that's a pretty large property over there, and this is Airport Highway here. This is a busy part of town. And the place just couldn't survive here. And like I said, this place here has been closed for probably a couple of years now. Fifi's, it closed this month. So, kind of a big deal, you know, locally. The place definitely was an icon for folks that enjoy fine dining. And I know some of my viewers are ex-Toledoans, and they probably will find it interesting and sad that Fifi's is no longer. So, let me know what you guys think. Let me know what the restaurant scene looks like where you live, city, state. You can see even here I don't know if just the weather took that siding off, or vandals did. But regardless, this property is probably just going to sit here, and whoever owns it is going to continue to lose money, I guess. That's it for this one. Econ Cat 88 signing off. Happy Thanksgiving again to everybody. This is the economic collapse ground zero, aka plywood and pothole capital of the world, Toledo, Ohio.